Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake, and what we're going to make are hoagie rolls, or sometimes they are also called submarine sandwich rolls or sub rolls. So there's many different names for them. This particular recipe that I'm going to give you, these particular sub rolls or hoagie rolls come out very light and very soft in texture. If you're looking for a crispier sub roll or hoagie roll with a crisp outside yet a very delicate inside texture, I do have a one recipe video on my channel, so please check it out. Again, this one is great if you like a very soft, sort of pillowy or a billowy type of bread or sub roll. If not, please check out the Italian sub rolls that I have on my channel. Well, I went ahead and I greased my pan. Use parchment paper or whatever that you prefer, of course. And I made this this dough in my bread maker. Now, of course, you can make it by hand. I find this easier and quicker for me, so I like to use my bread machines. I'm going to just take this out right now to show you. Now, this is half. I get a double what you see, and I cut it in half. So I get about 4 8-inch large rolls. If you want to get more out of this recipe, just make your rolls smaller and cut more of the rolls. But like I said, this is just half of what I get out of this recipe. So I'm going to give you the recipe right off the bat, and it will be below the video also. There's 4 cups of bread flour, 1 3/4 cup of water at 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast, and I did say 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of butter. And you'll need to, follow your bread maker's instructions of what to put in, what ingredients and that type of thing, or make it by hand. So I'm just going to put a little flour on my countertop. I don't want to put a lot because I don't want these particular rolls to get real heavy or dense. And then I'm going to, cut it in half. So once again, I get 4 very large rolls out of it, and I like to just press it down with my hand like this, and then I just fold it over once and then twice, and then I just seal that together, okay? And then I just try to shape the ends a little bit, give it a little bit of a tug. Now, once these rolls, of course, go on my tray, I'm going to need to cover them with a towel or plastic wrap and let them rise, at least till they're double in size before they're ready to go into the oven. So we'll place that one on our tray, and let's do another one here. Now, you might have your own way of shaping or shaping rolls, shaping bread, then of course, feel free. I'm just showing what I do. So I fold it over once, fold it over a second time, and then at the seam, I just pinch it to bring it together, and then I just try to shape it with my hands, square off the edges, give it a little bit of a stretch, and then place it again on my greased tray. And then I like to cover it with a kitchen towel till it's double in size. Now, once it's double in size, I like to go ahead and take a little bit of egg white, 1 egg white, beat it, and brush some egg whites. In fact, let's do that right now. We'll just put the egg wash all over. Now, you don't have to do this. This is, you know, it's very optional. Now, once you do that, what I like to do is I do sprinkle some sesame seeds on it. But once again, you don't have them, you don't like seeds, whatever, well, you leave them off. So that's optional. So I'm just go ahead and just sprinkle some sesame seeds on the top. Okay, and then again, I cover it up with a towel or plastic wrap. You can also do that with your egg wash once they've risen. So it's really up to you, however you want to, you know, do that. Let me rinse my hands very quickly here. And then I'd like to show you what they look like once they bake up. And this is how they're going to turn out. I hope that you'll be able to see that. They come out really a beautiful golden brown on the top. You can see where the egg wash, and then I have the sesame seeds. A nice golden brown on the bottom. Here's another one. And they're about 8 inches or 8.5 inches. That type of thing is how I like to make them, you know, a little bit bigger. Now I'm going to cut one in half to show you, so we can talk a little bit about the texture. Okay, so let's cut this in half. Okay. I don't want to cut all the way through because I really like to leave it together. Well, anyway, again, it's a very soft, as you can see me pressing on it. So light, so delicate. The texture or the crumb, I would hope that you could, you know, see how very soft and delicate it is. They are just delicious. Now, for many of us, what I like to do is I actually take out the middle of the bread and then put whatever fillings I'm putting in, lunch meats or cheeses or that type of thing. Of course, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. But again, these are going to be a soft roll. If you're looking for something a bit more crisp of a roll, a drier roll, please check out my channel for the other recipe that I have. But this is such a good tasting sub roll. Of course, you don't want to use them for a sandwich. You don't have to. You can just, you know, cut them up into small pieces and serve them for dinner bread, for dinner rolls. So it's really up to you how many you want to make them, what size you want to make these rolls, that type of thing. Well, that's it for today. If you try this recipe and you like it, well, leave a comment, because I always like to hear from you. And as always, I want to thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake. Please subscribe to my channel. And I want to remind you again that all my videos are only shown on YouTube. So please check out my videos on YouTube, Diane Lovetobake. Thanks again for taking the time to watch. Hope to hear from you soon. I'll see you soon.